एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत, 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 एक भारत 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 श्रेष्ठ भारत, श्रेष्ठ भारत, श्रेष्ठ भारत, भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत, एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत, एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत, एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत, एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत, श्रेष्ठ भारत, श्रेष्ठ भारत, श्रेष्ठ भारत, श्रेष्ठ भारत, श्रेष्ठ भारत।
Good morning to all of you. Today, I, Cadet Gyandeep Singh, holding school number 8083. I am going to speak on the topic Geographical Features and History of Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh, a state of our country India, is situated in the southern part of the subcontinent. It is bounded by Tamil Nadu to the south, Karnataka to the southwest and west, Telangana to the northwest and north, and Odisha to the northeast. The state is a coastal state with its 970 km long coastline running along the Bay of Bengal. The state has beautiful eastern ghats which form the western flank of the coastal plains. The state is watered by several rivers that flow from west to east through hills to the bay. The state is mainly formed by the deltas of Krishna and Godavari River. The state has plateaus, a region with eroded valleys and red sandy soil. This black soil is also present in some areas of the region. The Pennuru River forms the main drainage system. If we see at the climate of Andhra Pradesh, we get to know that there are mainly three seasons: summers from March to June, a season with tropical rainfalls from July to September, and winters from October to February. Summers are hot and humid. The daily maximum temperature crosses 35 degrees Celsius and even surpasses 40 degrees Celsius. At nights, the temperature falls below 20 degrees Celsius, but in the far southwest. Winters are somewhat cooler. The maximum temperature is between 30 degrees Celsius and 35 degrees Celsius. The temperature drops below 15 degrees Celsius in the extreme northeast. The total precipitation received by coastal areas are 1000 mm to 1200 mm, whereas the westernmost part receives only half of it. The total rainfall in northeast mountains can be as high as 1400 mm. Now, let's see about the history of Andhra Pradesh. If we look back at 1000 BC, we get reference about people called Andhras. They lived in the south of central Indian mountain ranges. We get evidence about Andhras in the Mauryan dynasty too, from late 4th century BCE to 2nd century BCE. Ashoka, 265 BCE to 238 BCE, sent Buddhist missions to Andhras. About 1st century CE, the Satvahans or Satkarni came into power. They controlled almost all over the Deccan. At the time, the trade relations with Rome were very good. They were patrons of diverse religions and were great builders, with their principal city Amravati containing Buddhist monuments. Experts believe that many of the Ajanta caves paintings are work of Andhra painters. Buddhism developed under Andhras. Their capital flourished with Buddhism school of antiquity, where Nagarjuna, century 150 CE to 250 CE, the founder of Mayan school of Buddhism, taught. During 11th century, the Chalukyas unified most of the Andhra. Under Chalukyas, Hinduism emerged as a dominant religion, and first of the Telugu poets, Nananya, started translating the great Sanskrit epic Mahabharata to Telugu. During 12th and 13th century, the Kakatiyas of Varangal came into power. They extended Andhra's power militarily as well as culturally. At that time, the trade with Southeast Asia was at its peak. In 1323, due to the invasion of the followers of Islam, the Kakatiyas declined. The kingdom of Vijayanagar to the southwest of Varangal stopped the further expansion of Muslims. The Vijayanagar Empire was ruled by its preeminent and brave king, Raja Devaraya, reigned 1509 to 1529. Under him, Telugu literature developed and the kingdom of Vijayanagar grew as a literary center. The kingdom of Vijayanagar had a great military might, economic prosperity, a good administration, and artistic splendor. The kingdom of Vijayanagar declined in 1565 due to the invasion of Muslims. This led to the control of Andhras into the hand of Muslims. In 17th century, the successive Nizams, the rulers of Hyderabad, to fight their rivals, sought help from Britishers. In return, the Britishers acquired the districts of Andhra lying north to the city of Madras, currently Chennai, and later hinterland districts. This led to the Andhra district's control into the Britishers' hand, part of which was later called Madras Presidency. During the independence fight, Andhras took a place at the forefront. Leaders like Kandukari V.S. Alingam were pioneers in social reform. After independence, on 1st October 1953, the Telugu-speaking districts of former Madras Presidency were collected as Andhra State. Through the State Recognition Act of 1956, Hyderabad was split up and its Telugu-speaking areas were collected and joined as Telangana to Andhra State on 1st November 1956 to form a new state of Andhra Pradesh. Till from then, the Andhra Pradesh is a developing state. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.
Good morning to you all. I am Katish Kaur, building school number 8.08, and I am here to apprise you all about the agriculture and economy of Andhra Pradesh. Agriculture, which is dominated by the production of food grains, is a major, although declining sector of the state's economy in terms of value. Andhra Pradesh is one of the leading rice-grain states of the country and is a major producer of India's tobacco. The state's rivers, particularly the Godavari and the Krishna, but also the Penneru, account for its agricultural importance. For a long time, the river's benefits were restricted to the coastal districts of the Andhra region, which had the best irrigation facilities. Beginning of the mid-20th century, however, great efforts were made to tap the waters of the Godavari, Krishna, Penneru and other rivers by constructing dams and reservoirs that benefit both coastal and dry upland regions. The Nagarjuna Sagar multi-purpose project, diverting the waters of the river Krishna for irrigation, has substantially increased the production of rice and sugarcane. Rice flour, rice bran oil, paints and varnishes, soaps and detergents, cardboards and other packaging materials and cattle feed are all produced from local paddy rice. Animal husbandry has increased significantly, especially since the start of the mid-21st century. Livestock raising contributes roughly half as much in overall value as crop production. Animals raised include cattle, dog, sheep, goats, poultry and water buffalo. Dairy and egg production have grown dramatically as well. The woodlands of Andhra Pradesh annually yield high-quality timber such as teak and eucalyptus. Non-timber forest products include sal seeds from which an edible oil is extracted, tangu leaves from which cigarettes are rolled, and bamboo are also imported. With its long coastline and many rivers, the state has a significant and an expanding fishing industry. Much of the yield is drawn from freshwater and marine aquaculture, but open sea fisheries are significant as well. Prawns and shrimps are among the main products of the industry. Talking about mineral and resources, among the state's principal mineral resources are asbestos, mica, manganese, barite and high-grade coal. Low-grade iron ore is usually found in the southern part of the state. Andhra Pradesh produces a major share of the country's barite. It is the only state in southern India that possesses significant coal reserves. Beginning of the mid-21st century, large deposits of natural gas were discovered on the offshore and onshore in the basins of the river Godavari and Krishna. The diamond mines of Golconda were once renowned worldwide for producing the Kohinoor diamond and other famous stones, and efforts are still made to revive the production in the area. Quartz, limestone and graphite also occur there. Talking about manufacturing, Andhra Pradesh, since the start of the 21st century, has become one of the highly industrialized states in India. Industries such as shipbuilding, aeronautics, manufacturing of electronical devices and machine tools have established themselves in the Vishakhapatnam area. Private enterprises, many of them located in and around the areas of Vijayawada and Guntur in the east central region, produce cigarettes, drugs, chemicals, textiles, and processed foods. The Mammoth Steel Plant at Vishakhapatnam, where raw materials and port facilities are accessible. An oil refinery is also located there, as is a large shipbuilding yard. At last, to conclude my topic, I would like to say that Andhra Pradesh has made massive contributions to the total GDP of the country and is at the forefront as far as development is concerned. It is the only state that has helped India move towards the path of progress. Thank you and have a marvelous day ahead.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I, Kedar, am going to apprise you all of the famous monuments of Andhra Pradesh. First up, we have Sarisul Kurgonda or Appalla Kondayamma Vijayarama Palace. The building, which is now Sani School, was originally named Alakapalla Kondayamma Vijayarama Palace. It was built in 1911 by Maharaj Vijayaram Gajpati Raju as his country residence, and later bequeathed to his second son, Vijayanand Gajpati Raju, LLD, a member of parliament and a great cricketer known as Vizag cricketing circles, who gifted the palace along with 206 acres of land in September 1961 to be built as Sainik School as a tribute to the royal family. The original crest and motto of the Gajpati dynasty was adopted by the school from its inception. The palace was a center for games and sports, where all India tournaments were conducted, and sportsmen from all over India came to participate and enjoy the princely reception till about 1933. Next up, we have Charminar. This is the important monument of the state. It is located in the capital of the state. It was built in 1792 in Indo-Islamic style to commemorate the end of a plague. It is a mosque and is built in granite. It is about 56 meters long and there are 4 minarets. There are 2 balconies in each minaret. This monument is a 2-story building. The top floor is a roofless mosque which faces Mecca. The ground floor has balconies to get a good view of the surrounding. Next up, we have Trimala Venkateshwara Temple. This is the richest temple of the world. This temple is built for Lord Venkateshwara and it is one of the most visited shrines in the world. There are no concrete proof for when this temple was built. There are indications about this temple in scriptures that were written in 300 AD. A lot of templars have donated gold to this temple to make a golden roof. It is said that about 10 billion rupees are donated to this temple every year. This is the architectural marvel. Next up, we have the Golconda Fort. This is an architectural wonder built by the Qutub Shahi kings. It was a defense fort. Initially, this fort was built by the Kakatiya kings using mud in the 12th century. Later, this fort was even more fortified by Qutub Shahi in 16th century. There are many halls, mosques, apartments and other marvels inside this fort. The gateway in this fort is called the Balahazar Darwaza and is a must watch. This fort is built on a hill and there are proper ventilation and many underground tunnels that leads to the Darbar Hall. There are 2 pavilions outside the fort. Next up, we have the Falaknuba Palace. This is a palace that was built in the 19th century in today's Hyderabad. It is a hill palace that is built about 2,000 feet above the sea level. It is built in Italian style and is one of the unique structures of the state. The palace is in shape of a scorpion. The staircases are made out of marbles and many decorations are also made out of marbles inside the palace. There is a ballroom where an organ can still be played. There is a vast library inside the palace which is open to tourists. Next up, the last, we have the Mecca Masjid. Mecca Masjid or Mecca Masjid is a congregational mosque in Hyderabad, India. It is one of the largest mosques in India with a capacity of 10,000 people. The largest mosque that was built during the 17th century and is a state protected monument. It serves as the primary mosque for the old city of Hyderabad and is located close to the historic landmarks of Charminar, Chamala Palace and Lal Bazaar. Muhammad Qutb Shah, the sixth ruler of the Qutb Shahi dynasty, commissioned bricks to be made from the soil brought from Mecca, the holiest site of Islam, and then used them in the construction of the central arch of the mosque, thus giving the mosque its name. The complex was put up by UNESCO on its tentative list to become a World Heritage Site in 2014 with others in the region, under the name Monuments and Forts of the Deccan Sultanate. With this, I come to the end of this presentation. I hope that you all might have got a good idea of the architectural wonders and the historical monuments of Andhra Pradesh. Thank you.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I am going to apprise you about some famous personalities of Andhra Pradesh. First, Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, born in a Telugu family in a village near Tirutani, near the border of Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Sarvapalli was the first Vice President of India from 1952 to 1962 and the second President of India from 1962 to 1967. One of the most distinguished 20th century scholars of comparative religion and philosophy, Radhakrishnan held the King George V Chair of Mental and Moral Science at the University of Calcutta from 1921 to 1932 and Spalding Chair of Eastern Religion and Ethics at University of Oxford from 1936 to 1952. Radhakrishnan's philosophy was grounded in Advaita Vedanta, reinterpreting this tradition for a contemporary understanding. He defended Hinduism against what he called uninformed Western criticism. He is acknowledged as one of the most influential scholars of Indian philosophy and religion, and for his contributions to these fields, he received the Bharat Ratna in 1954. His birthday, 5th September, is celebrated as Teachers' Day. Next, Alluri Sitaram Raju, 4 July 1897 to 7 May 1994. He was an Indian revolutionary who waged an armed campaign against the British colonial rule in India. Born present-day Andhra Pradesh, he was involved in opposing the British in response to the 1882 Madras Forest Act, which essentially restricted the free movement of Adivasis in their forest habitat and hindered them from practicing their traditional form of agriculture called Podu. Rising discontent towards the British eventually led to the Rampal Rebellion of 1922, in which Alluri played the major role as its leader. Mustering combined forces of Adivasis, farmers and other sympathizers to this cause, he engaged in guerrilla campaigns against the British authorities in the border regions of then Madras Presidency, now parts of Eastern Godavari and Visakhapatnam. He was given the epithet Mannam Veerudu, translation Hero of the Village, by the local villagers for his heroic exploits. Next, Videri Ramachandra Reddy, 1905 to 1986. He was, in 1951, the first landlord to donate the poor as part of the Bhudan movement in southern India. Reddy, a social worker, received title Bhudan because of his role in starting the land donation movement of early 1950s in Andhra Pradesh at a village called Pochampally in Nalgonda district. Acharya Vinoba Bhave, under the guidance of Mahatma Gandhi, started the land donation movement in Pochampally village in April 1951. Reddy gave the first donation of 100 acres, 400,000 meters square, later 800 acres, 3.2 kilometers square, eventually 1 million acres, 4,000 kilometers square was donated and distributed among the poor in post-independence India. Next, Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy, 19 May 1913 to 1 June 1996, was an Indian politician who served as the 6th President of India, serving from 1977 to 1982, beginning a long political career with the Indian National Congress Party in the independence movement. He went on to hold several key offices in independent India as the first Chief Minister of United Andhra Presidency, a two-time Speaker of Lok Sabha and Union Minister before becoming the Indian President. Next, S.P. Balasubramaniam, 4 June 1946 to 25 September 2020, also referred to as SPB or SP Balu or Balu, was an Indian playback singer, television presenter, actor, music composer, dubbing artist and film producer. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest Indian singers of all time. He predominantly worked in Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, Malayalam and Hindi films and sang in a total of 16 languages. Born and brought up in Kantampeta, Nellore district, Andhra Pradesh. He was the Guinness World Record holder for recording the highest number of songs 40,000. He also won the National Film Award for Best Male Playback Singer 6 times and the Nandi Award in Telugu cinema 25 times. He was awarded Padma Shri in 2001 and Padma Bhushan in 2011. Next, Pullela Gopichand. Pullela Gopichand was born on 16 November 1973 near Cherala town to Mr. Pullela Subhash Chandra and Mrs. Pullela Subramaniam in Prakasam district, Andhra Pradesh. Initially, he was interested in playing cricket, but his elder brother encouraged him to take up badminton instead. He is the chief national coach for India national badminton team. He won All England Open Badminton Championships in 2001, becoming the second Indian to achieve this feat after Prakash Padukone. He runs the Gopichand Badminton Academy. He received the Arjun Award in 1999, the Dronacharya Award in 2009 and the Padma Bhushan, India's third highest civilian award, in 2014. With this, I have come to the end of my presentation and hope that you might have been inspired by the lives of these famous personalities. Thank you.
ये जिंदगी है कौम की तू कौम पे लुटाए जा कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा खुशी के गीत गाए जा ये जिंदगी है कौम की तू कौम पे लुटाए जा तू शेर हिंद आगे बढ़ मरने से फिर भी तू न डर उड़ा के दुश्मनों का सर जो